to assassinate and to destroy the character of Dr. Rowley. But you know what's amazing though? Let me tell you what's amazing is that Trinidadians are somewhat worrying that they are listening and endorsing the madness. So yesterday, on the UNC platform, boy, Monday Night Forum, you're hearing words that I wouldn't even want to repeat on this radio station. And that is on a platform, a national platform, with Ms. Bissessa allowing one of her senators to come on her platform and use certain words, boy. And you're hearing people in the background cheering on. Somebody reminded me about the DJ that was almost murdered. We forgot all those things, you know, and you want to come now to talk to me as if you were some angel that got some epiphany. You know, or let me put it the other way. You got some epiphany of righteousness. An angel came to you and revealed to you that you are to come to talk to me or the nation about righteousness, boy. Give me a break, eh? Give me a rest with that nonsense, eh? We serious? And then you want to talk about Dr. Rowley being arrogant. You ever listen to yourself? You ever listen to you people of Trinidad and Tobago? You ever listen to this man who was once our Minister of Sport? You tend to want to wonder if today or tomorrow, as Mr. Manning said, you lose the key of your brain and put them in office. You could imagine how he will speak down to you. That man yesterday, with a level of condescending, arrogant, mixed with, I could to say punching, but I ain't sure, with whatever spirit that was, had to be, and it's amazing. It's amazing what we accept for politics in Trinidad and Tobago. So hear what? The only way they could win your confidence, Trinidad and Tobago, is by destroying somebody's character. That's the only way the UNC operators could win your mindset and your confidence. So you had jokers coming to talk about the father of the nation. You understand? You have jokers coming to talk about how I big, fat, and black. You have jokers, and it's just that's the only way they could try to win you over is really by trying to destroy somebody else. And their life ain't all that nice to them. You understand? So, yesterday I showed you some videos. And I'd like to remind all you, because you always forget. Forget and forgive. That is this nation. Forget and forgive. You have radio announcers who will sit, boy, and behave as though they did nothing. Here now, you know, I sometimes it's just say, let's say jump on a plane and go England and forget this whole this is amazing. It's just amazing how we forget as a nation. Amazing. Very amazing. Ah, boy. But you know what? I'm just going to play this for you guys. I want to remind you all, you see, just a taste of a reminder of something. I will always play it back, you know. I will always play them back. And I want you all to listen to this. Listen to this. Tell me if you can remember this. And I'll come back and I'll play the clip with Mr. Gary Griffith.
May of this year, the live sport program, which was transferred from the Ministry of Sports to the Ministry of National Security. An audit was ordered by the Prime Minister on a Friday. The Prime Minister said that the program will be no more. Let's share with you that story. And our first guest this morning is the Minister of Sport to respond to a number of allegations, including calls for his resignation. Some calls, and these calls are being made even by his political leader. But let's share with you the story from the Parliamentary Chamber on Friday.
We will not tolerate wrongdoing. We will not tolerate corruption. And we will not tolerate the abuse of programs meant to save our people.
But that's exactly what an audit revealed was prevalent in the live sport program. 3 months after reports pointed to widespread corruption in the administration of the program, a Ministry of Finance investigation confirmed serious discrepancies.
Procurement breaches, a deviation from the mandates of Cabinet, the involvement of some persons in criminal activities, fraud by suppliers, theft of equipment, breaches of the Proceeds of Crime Act, and poor control and monitoring by officers of the ministry. The Audit Committee has also raised questions regarding possible complicity by officers of the ministry, given the widespread nature of the breaches.
What was most shocking and disappointing for the Prime Minister is that no action was taken to prevent what the Audit Committee found. It pointed to a failure in the systems in place, and because of the damning findings, Mrs. Prasad-Bissessy said the program cannot continue.
This group of people derail the good intentions of the program, have in effect given their support to criminality in some cases rather than to our young people. Madam Deputy Speaker, for those who really sought to improve their lives and positively benefit this program, I'm sorry that this had to happen.
But he assured those who will be displaced by the closure that they will be accommodated otherwise. And now the serious nature of the contents of the report will now engage the attention of the DPP to determine if criminal charges will need to be laid.
I have accepted the recommendations of the Audit Committee, and in that regard I've instructed the Honourable Attorney General to turn the report over to the Director of Public Prosecutions and the Commissioner of Police to investigate, detain and prosecute those guilty to the fullest extent of the law.
But given the findings of possible complicity by officials of the Ministry of Sport, Mrs. Prasad-Bissessy will also forward the report to the Integrity Commission and the head of the Public Service for further investigation.
Story there by our very own Kamal George. Minister Roberts, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you? And good morning to all your viewers.
First question to you, Minister. The reports, Prakash Ramada, your political leader, has called on your resignation. Then Dr. Keith Rowley has said that Anil should resign. Reginald Dumas, well-respected former public servant, says that you should resign. You are quoted in a press conference saying, if it is proven that the program I conceptualized, and I'm quoting you here, to help poor black people is funding terrorists, criminal gangs, and armed militia in Karapu, a huge compound, then I will resign forthwith. Why have you not resigned in light of all of the calls?
Well, my leader, Prakash Ramada, I have no fight. My fight is not with the COP. To Dr. Rowley, it's amazing that Dr. Rowley was just quoted as saying at a Rotarians luncheon in Port of Spain that had the UDCOT board been fired or resigned, the PNM would still be in power. He did not say had the minister, Gaynor Dickford, who was in charge of UDCOT, had she been fired or resigned, that PNM would be in power, because he...
So you understanding, are they listen to all of that? You all listen to all of that? You see, Trinidad and Tobago, again, I keep telling Ole, I keep saying to you that our problem is that we forget and we forgive very quickly. Very, very quickly. I at times really wonder where we're going as a nation. This man is presenting himself again to lead Trinidad and Tobago, Yeah, he is somebody who willing to offer himself again. Yep. Willing to offer himself again. And my fear or my question is, are we willing to allow this gentleman to come back into the sphere of leadership? That is a question I want to ask. Moving on. The former Commissioner of Police, Mr. Gary Griffith, has a problem with the dismantling of SWOT. And he would have shared his view. And I want to play for you Mr. Gary Griffith's statement on SWOT. I'm studying if I should play it after the news so that when we come back, we go straight into that discussion. And what are your views on Mr. Gary Griffith's position on the dismantling of SWOT? Yesterday, there was an unfortunate situation that took place, a sad situation that took place on George Street. And I'm really disheartened by what took place. But we pray that the police is going to have full control of that situation. I heard that a young lady got shot who was pregnant in her arm. A young man lost his life, and another young man got shot. So we're going to get ready to go for the news in a short bit. When I come back, I'm going to play you the response of former Commissioner Gary Griffith on the dismantling of SWOT. But there is something that I want to ask before I play that. The former commissioner said that somebody would have told him long before SWOT was dismantled that they were going to dismantle SWOT. All right?
Joy comes in the morning. Trouble never lost always. Yeah. Remember, there is a friend. Everybody say. He will forever wipe your tears. And if your heart is broken, come on. What you gonna do? Just lift your hands and say, I know. Everybody say, I know that I can make it. Sure, boo, boo, ye, boo, boo, ye, boo. I know that I can stand. No matter what, sing it. Come my way. Jesus, my life. One more time. With Jesus, I can take it. With him I know. With him I know. Can say. No matter what. Come your way. Jesus, my life. One more time. With Jesus, I can take it. He will never leave me nor forsake you. Talk about it. No. Jesus, my life. Love your ways, holy people. We've been made love for a night. house in the morning. And the muscle, I piece. Call the coco sasa. Sasa, my yima. Mama yima DJ. No, tosito. Mama DJ, bebe. Coco logo. Massima sa mama. Massima nasa sose. Coffee get your amma. Mama yima teacher. Teacher. Come on. They seem to let you down. To all your friends and loved ones. All your friends and loved ones. Come on. Aya. Come on. Everybody. Remember. There's a friend in Jesus. Always wiping Jesus. Will wipe your tears away. And if you heart is broken. Everybody, what you gonna do? Just lift your hands and say. Repeat this again, say. Success and triumph. Yeah. It seems to get you down. To all your friends and lovers. I know it to be found. Remember there's a friend. Mexico, Sabuse. And if your heart is broken, come everybody, what you gonna do? Just lift your hands and say, oh, I know that I can make it. I know that I can stand. No matter what. Jesus, my Lord. My life is in your hands. With Jesus, I can take it. With Jesus, I know. With Him, I know I can stand. Come on, sing it. No matter what. May come my way. Jesus, my Lord. Everybody. No matter what. May come my way. My life is in your hands. No matter what. Ooh, yeah. May come my way. One more time. Everybody say, no matter what. Yeah.